Hey, by the time you watch this, this should be Friday. I had to work some weird hours this week, so I recorded some of these ahead of time. So if I did it right, you'll be catching this on a Friday. So fingers crossed. Also, I learned this from my last episode. I've been okay so far with like clearing my throat because of my. I think maybe not so much that I'm sick. I think it's just my allergies have been kicking in like super hardcore lately. Oh look, daytime. And so last episode, just because out of the blue, I just started coughing like crazy in your ears. I felt real bad about that, kinda. I did. Nobody wants to listen to that. I hope this is the way I was going. Look at all these zombies. But what I did was instead of going into the backpack and then going over to the broadcaster to mute it, I found inside the open broadcaster software I could actually make a mute key. So I have a mute hotkey now. So if I feel the urge to get all allergy, whatever you want to call it, into your ear, I can now mute it. Like here, I'll just test it out. Ta-da! I hope. If you heard me clearing my throat there while I thought it was muted, you can let me know if my mute works or doesn't work. But I got mute now. Yay! Not. I don't think that was something I can do with XSplit. So I'm using the Open Broadcaster software. It seems okay. Seems to do a lot better job than the NVIDIA ShadowPlay. I like the NVIDIA ShadowPlay just because I don't know. I really don't know if I like it now that I've played with this Open Broadcaster a little bit because the video quality with the ShadowPlay seemed pretty good. That was mainly why I went. I wanted to make some nice high quality videos, but a lot of that just seems to be more with the resolution that you pick. And since I'm recording this in the 1980, well, that's high resolution for me, that it should give you high def options when you watch. Now, not that the Dead Linger really needs a high def option. I mean, you've seen the game plenty of times now. You know it's not that spectacular. But, you know, it's still nice. I love having a high def option. Someday I'll have a really fancy setup where I'll have super high def. But for now, this works. Now, some other things here that I like about the Open Broadcaster. So now I've got my mute hotkey as needed, start and stop recording hotkey versus ShadowPlay. ShadowPlay, pretty much you can start and stop your recording. I know that that's a beta software for them, so you know they'll have more functionality. I'm not going to say it's a bad software, but as far as interacting with the Dead Linger, you know, you and I, we've had a lot of problems. One thing too with the that ShadowPlay is if the game crashes, then it immediately stops the recording because it's linked to the game. So with the open broadcast, you know, I've had this crash once while we were playing, and I just started up again. It didn't stop recording, you know. So until they make ShadowPlay, maybe improve it over a few more times, I think I'll stick with the open broadcast. Like I said, I know some people suggested DX Tory. I just I looked. I didn't really see any benefit of maybe using DX Tory over the open broadcast. And now that I've was playing with open broadcast before I looked at DX Tory, I've kind of have started to figure out how to make the OBS work for me, such as with the mute and different things. So this is probably what I'll go with. The quality doesn't seem too much different than XSplit because of some tweaking I've done. So, you know, I think this will probably be what I go to. Plus, it also has a little timer, so I know when I'm starting to hit that 20-minute boring mark. Sometimes I go a little bit more. Trust me, I love making videos that are an hour and a half easy. I've done it before with, if you go back and look at some of my old stuff, I mean, shoot, hour and a half, 2 hours, no problem. And the reason why I don't mind that is because I have no problem working on something, just whatever task it might be, something for work, and just put a video on. All right, here we go. I hit it. Die. There we go. Boy, I saw him coming. But yeah, let me check the infection. Not bad. But yeah, I'll put on a video and just let it run in the background. I don't care if it's 2-hour video. You know, it's like watching a movie. I just got the game or something that I'm watching in the background. So I used to make videos that were really, really long. Well, I have found that it might be easier just to make some that are like 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, somewhere in there. Sometimes I get 30. It's just a throwback to I don't mind making long videos. Wait for the refresh here. So, you know, but I'll shoot for 20. Shoot for 20. So, oh yeah, so anyway, going back to that. So I used to try and find timers. So I was trying to find different timers to use. I was looking at my clock, but then I'd neglect to look at the clock and I would go long. I would have my iPad, but then sometimes my wife wants to play on the iPad while I do a recording, so I lose my timer that way. But this open broadcaster right here at the bottom, it has dun, 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 a little timer. So I know how long I've been talking. So that's cool. So I just see a lot of things I like about this open broadcaster. Now, later on, when I really start to get fancy, I'll be able to set up different scenes and have, you know, different graphics and things. But for me right now, I've tried to, with the intro and outro videos and you know, kind of brand it as mine. There's a farm. I just really don't see the need for all that. I just want to play. Record it, put it up, let y'all watch, call it a day. So here's the farm. I put my dog outside, and he likes to get stuck. Like he's on his little dog run, but he likes to wrap himself around like little bushes and stuff like 5-6 times, and he gets mad and can't figure out why he can't get unstuck. He's not terribly bright. So then he sits out there and cries. So I should pause this. This would be one of those times where I should break the video and then combine it inside the Windows Media Editor and then come back and finish playing. I just don't want to. He can be outside. It's not terribly cold. It's in the 60s. He just can't run around. I know I'm terrible. I'm terrible. I saw the silo out here somewhere. So we spent almost the entire episode yesterday. I packed up my gear and we started just in a random direction trying to find farmland. And then I got attacked by dogs, but because the frame rate had dropped, you know, I died fighting off like it was like 2 or 3 dogs. So that wasn't pleasant. So now we just restarted. We've been at this now for about 8 minutes. I swear to you, I saw silos of a farm in this direction. We're going to get to the farm. We have to get to the farm. Wait, there it is. No, it's not. Ah. Alright, so we crash. No worries. Okay, we're still recording. Now, this is the other reason I went with like the open broadcast. I mean, the same thing with XSplit too, but over the NVIDIA Shadow Play is the game crashed, but the recording is still going, so I don't end up with like 800 little video clips on my computer and then have to splice them all together, which just takes forever. So you're just gonna have to bear with me a moment while this redraws, and hopefully the game is still saved. This is the only thing I hate about crashing on the world refresh. I've had it in the past where that killed the world and it wouldn't load. So we'll find out in a minute. Now for those who can see it, I've always been curious what this symbol is. It's kind of like a biohazard symbol, but it's got a key. I don't know, I was just wondering if there's some secret meaning to the key inside the biohazard thing. Come on. This is right about the point where I'm going to find out if this... There it is. Great. Switch to my axe. Oops. Now... At one point, I was far back enough away that I thought I saw the silo. What looked like the silo to a farm. The only problem is once you actually kind of get down and running in the world, then it starts to procedurally draw in between you and the far distant point. And so now all I've got is trees. I can't really confirm or deny that I saw the silos. And when the crash and refresh, I hope I'm facing the same direction I was going at the time of the crash. But in my mind, it made me think, though, what's cool is, like, let's say I'm still going the right direction. I saw the silo from way far off. What I like is, if you can see it, you can get to it. Kind of a mentality with the game. Unless it's going up the side of a hill. But, like, in the distance, if you see the silos, you know it's something you can get to. There's not an invisible wall that will keep you from getting there. You at some point will get to your destination. Now see, a bunch of stuff has popped up between me and where I thought was the silo for the farm. So we'll just keep running. I hope you guys can hear the rain. I hope it's not too loud. Well, when I originally thought that I saw the silo, I didn't see all of this town in the way. Let's get out of the town here. Dang. Yeah, I hope I didn't like turn around on myself. But I don't remember really running past any of the towns here lately. I mean, I still could very well be on my way towards a farm. Fingers crossed on the refresh. See, that's kind of scary, hitting the world refresh right next to the zombie, because if I come back and he's there and I have frame rate problem, I might not be able to walk past it. So he might get to me before I can escape out. Alright, maybe he'll disappear on the refresh. Fingers crossed. Oh, which, made me just think, too, out of the blue. Since I redid the computer and formatted the hard drive and stuff, I had a couple episodes that were recorded, but they had, like, really bad sound, but we did a bunch of stuff, so I can't even post those as, like, blooper episodes or, just poor quality episodes. I can't even do that with them. Whoops. Okay, so here comes the poor frame refresh. See, that's why I'm glad the zombie disappeared, because as you can tell, or as you saw earlier, I can't fight when the frame rate tanks. So I'm glad he disappeared, because I would have been in trouble. Now there's a zombie, but I'll be able to get past him. Now I'm coming out of the town up into some open area, so maybe we'll be okay. My wife went to rescue the dog. Well, is he stuck? Yeah, that's why I thought he got himself stuck. Alright. She'll take care of the dog. I'll take care of finding a farm. I almost feel like popping out and coming back in to fix the frame rate. See, I don't have sound either, so I know the game is in a world of hurt right now. So let's do that. So what I'm going to do is, I have found, and I read this somewhere else, but someone suggested the best way to exit the game is to actually just like Alt-Tab, go out to the icon on the your taskbar and just simply do like a right click close window, and for whatever reason that's prevents your game from getting corrupt, whereas if you were to go to the menu and choose exit the game and come back, that seems to corrupt your game more often than just simply forcing it to close by, right clicking and choose close. I don't know, but that seems to work the best for me. That's why, like, when the game crashes, a lot of times, even though the game crashed, I still seem to have an easier time loading it back up after a crash, because you didn't actually go through the process of trying to save the game and exit the game. I don't know why that is. I couldn't tell you. Now, this is another reason I'm doing Open Broadcaster is I haven't had to stop recording. And mostly that's just for me, because it's such a pain to try and splice all these video clips together. It just takes forever. Going the right way? Yeah. That fixed frame rate. So let's run. I just remember. Oh, look. Stuff popping in. Oh, there was a silo out here somewhere. I will find it. We're coming up on that golden 20 minutes here, so I hope I'm not steering this wrong. Power box. Yeah, he must have saw me from the sky when he fell. Like, oh, hey, I can see a person out there. Now, in their stealth system, what would be cool is if you could do like cut up a zombie, rub its blood and guts all over you as like camouflage. So when you go through here, they just think you're a zombie because you don't smell like food. You smell like them. Oh, I cannot believe this. There is no farm. Oh, man, I think I steered us wrong. Oh, that is super disappointing. Ugh, and the refresh. This has not been a good couple of days. Well, other than the fact that you're just hanging out with me. Not that we're conversating, because it's a one-side conversation. But if you're hanging out with me and this is Friday, I hope your Friday is going good. Because usually for me, Friday signifies the beginning of a weekend. So I'll be able to record some more stuff on the weekend. Generally, that's kind of how I do it. Is because of work, I need to record a couple things previous to the the work week, and then just kind of upload them throughout the week. I know it's not ideal, but it just allows me to make sure I've got some stuff that y'all can kind of tune into each day. And then what I like to try and do is record like the Road to the Apocalypse. I try and record that every day, so at least that I can do. But like I've got this weird shift for like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the week that you're seeing this, where I'm working like smack dab in the middle of the day. I got enough time to like sleep in a little bit, wake up, have some breakfast, and then go to work. And I won't actually have like good free time until later on in the week. So I'm gonna record a couple Road to the Apocalypse episodes ahead of time too. Oh man, where is a farm? See, if I was a a considerate YouTube journalist person here for a game, technically all of this would not be posted to YouTube as an actual episode, because I know like new people, like if this is your first episode watching this and you're thinking, I just watched for 20 minutes this guy run through town and just try to talk to pass the time. Yeah, that's exactly what you just watched. And but my thought was, and I've mentioned this too quite a few times, that when I set out to record this is really kind of a journal for me. This is my experience with the game from alpha through beta to launch, to record the good, the bad, the ugly. So this is like my video journal that you're watching, and this is the game as it is. You know, I've set a goal for myself, and then I kind of try to play it out. And the goal that I set, you know, in between the game, having all the world refreshes and stuff, was, you know, my current thing is to go find the farm. Oh, that was a good refresh. And, you know, to put it to video, the reason why I wanted to keep it kind of like this journal format where you see everything, the good, the bad, the crashes, the, you know, just the game, I got the idea from a guy who was recording World of Tank video footage, World of Tanks. And that's a game I played quite a bit about. And he said that he started his channel, and he's pretty popular now, but he started his channel just as a way to upload his saved games. And then eventually he started to comment on them, and then his channel kind of took off from there. And you can go look for him on YouTube. Bohemian Eagle is what he goes by. Jingles is like his in-game name. So, you know, if you follow any of that, you might know who that is. And now that I'm trying to become a Jingles, you know, I'm doing the Dead Linger, and I know there's a lot of people that don't really like the Dead Linger. But it's a video journal for me, and that's what inspired me to go ahead and just record the game as I play it, as it is. And, you know, I've had some folks that have told me in messages, oh, well, that's boring. That game sucks. You should play something else, you know. And sometimes I do play other stuff, and we'll record it. But the reason I wanted to go with the Dead Linger was, oh, there's the silos. I knew I saw some. They're just way, way over here. But the reason I went with the Dead Linger is because of the roadmap. And that's why I do a series on the roadmap, is because the features that they want to include in their game are the kind of features that I want to see in a game. So like right now, on build 12 is when I started, and so we've been doing this almost 2 months now. And some of those basic features from the roadmap are in. Right now, this is the single player. I don't play on the multiplayer too much because I don't want to host the server, or, you know, the servers are kind of done locally, so sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. So single player, mostly just for me. That's the kind of game I want. You know, it's just kind of you in the world, and you're fighting against the zombies. Like, that's what you're worried about. You're not worried about what bandit... crash. We'll just keep going because I want to get to the farm. But I'm not focused and worried about who's going to gank me. You know, who's going to snipe the Bambi. You know, I have games for that. So this, I don't want it to be like the other games out there. You know, the Dead Linger is its own unique game right now, in that it's really trying to focus on the survival aspect. You know, I like the fact that I can currently, you know, I can kill the deer, skin it, take the meat, light a fire, cook the meat. You know, that's the one thing I always talk about, what I like, the direction of this game to go. It's really kind of putting you into the world. It reminds me of the old Ultima Online. I say old, it's still around, but it's been out forever. But that was the kind of game that was. There's a lot to it that it had, you know, PvP and some other stuff too. But that was a game where you could, like, kill an animal, get the meat off the animal, and then, I hope that's still the direction. Yeah. I think that's where I saw the silos. I swear to you guys, I saw the silos of a farm. It might be over the mountain here. Yeah, I thought it was this way. You know, but that kind of, that level of interactivity with the world is what I'm looking for. So I've played DayZ. I haven't played the standalone. I know the standalone, they're going to add a lot of those things that I enjoy. But like just playing DayZ, I've played Epoch servers, DayZ servers. With Arma 3, I've done like Breaking Point. I mean, I've played a lot of zombie survival games that have, at the heart of the survival, kind of that PvP element where you're running around shooting people. And that's fine for when I want that experience, because I think that's got excellent graphics. Arma 3 engine does, and then you add the zombies and stuff, and It's phenomenal. But, sometimes I don't want the extra bandit stuff. Because, I just want that, the barricading, cooking my meat. And then I'm worried about just the zombies, now how I handle that. So that's kind of why I went with the Dead Linger as what I wanted to do a video journal on and record. So I'm hoping that those who watch it are watching out a similar, interest. I'm not here to show off my shooting skills. I've got Battlefield 4, Call of Duty if I wanted to go and show people how elite I am, which I'm not. That's why I'm not pre-buying into Titanfalls, because I've already done the pre-buying with, Call of Duty Ghosts and whatnot, and I've done all of that before. This is just a different kind of game experience that I believe in. I think that as they start to put the builds out, which, I'm a fan too, just like everybody else, and I'm really, really, really looking forward to build 13. That should be coming out soon. They keep saying, oh, try next week. But part of my video journal was for just that, to see this game go from, well, for me it came in at build 12, but to watch it grow from build 12 all the way at some point through release, and how I play it and how I interact with the game. So that's what this is. It's just my video journal. So for those who watch it, don't expect the elite gameplay and the PvP and all of that stuff, because there's a lot of people who do that in other games and post those experiences. This is just me in the game trying to survive, which is pretty easy right now, because you die, you come back, you have all your stuff. But later on that might be a little more difficult. But that's what I'm going for here. So I'm gonna hit up the top of this hill. I swear, every once in a while, I just see through the glitchiness of the graphics the silo of a farm, and I think, look at that. There's potentially a huge field out there, and we might actually see a farm. But this is one reason I like to explore the game, with that potentially 10 square kilometers of world that it generates. Oh, there's a farm over there. I see the wheat field. Let me see if there's anything out here. There's the cabin. Like I said, this particular build, I have found more cabins than anything else. But there's a farm back here. Oh boy, and there's a bunch of zombies. But the game is huge. You can just explore. And once they fix kind of the refreshing and stuff, so you don't crash all the time on a refresh, that will make that less of a gamble. Make that a little more enjoyable. Ah, come on, farm. So here we are. We're coming up on 30 minutes. If this is the farm, we'll get to the farm, and we will start to claim it as our own. Now, I'm talking the barn specifically, and I'll go to the barn, and I'll tell you why I'm going to make that kind of the base. I talked about it a little bit before, but I'll be able to show you a little bit better. And there it is. Finally, I thought I saw the silos out here somewhere. Now, what's cool about this particular farm, well, other than it's already got a bunch of zombies. Crap. I got an axe. I can probably kill the immediate ones. But there's a town nearby, so I'll be able to go get some supplies and search it out and populate the barn. But the barn, one, I'll be able to chop down trees, and what I want to do is make a bridge from the barn. Ooh, I don't have enough room to pick up the cabbage. Nope. Yep, I'll just carry it. Oh, first of all, but I'm going to make a bridge from potentially the top of the barn out to the silos, and then a bridge between the silos, just to have like a little escape options. And then I want to build floors inside the silo, so I'm going to need a lot of wood at some point. Yeah, I'm going to come on here. Oh, we found it. And there it is. This is your Friday extra long episode to carry you into the weekend. And I lost my cabbage. Apparently you can only run with cabbages for so far. Now I'm going to try this, because the last time I came into a barn, I didn't really notice this before. But you see here, it's like the way the zombies move. It's like they kind of follow you, but they don't follow you exactly. So they know I'm in the barn. But what's cool is, oh look, a crossbow and bolt and mining pick. But because they know you're there, but they don't really know how to get to you, I'm kind of safe up here. Like, they don't take the ramps, right? And now I can drop off my stuff. But see, look, this is what I meant by like the 360-degree security. At some point, not as much as the roof of the cabin, but like I can come out here and I can scan all of that. I can kind of hop out here if need be and kind of scan there. I can hop back over. Oops. Okay, now if I do that nonsense, see now thinking about what I want to do with the barn, so that would be one thing I would do is make, well, if I just walk carefully. So if I don't try to jump, but if I just walk carefully, I think I'll be okay. But I can come over here. Now, this window there, that might not be too good. But see, I could snipe out there. That's not quite... Hello. Well, they figured out how to get up here, so not quite as safe as I thought I would be. But this gives me some field of view around the barn to shoot. And unless they glitch their way up onto this second level here, I'm mostly safe. Plus, I have a lot of storage up here. I mean, I can drop off a lot of stuff. This has a lot more storage than the inside roof or the inside attic of the cabin. I mean, I can just shift this stuff around. I can't pick it up, though. But I can move stuff around. I can drop it down onto the floor here. But then if I had... Let's put this drop. Let's make room for... I'm going to pick up the crossbow. Okay, that takes more room here. Let's drop some food. They stacked nicely. And then we'll put... I don't think I can kill him from here at this range with the crossbow, but I'm going to try. Oh, but see, look here. See how those are trapped in there? I can actually go up to that fence there. I think I got bugged. Oh, that's right. They took away the sight. Ah, shoot. Yeah, that ain't going to work out the way I want. Okay, so let's do this. Since I'm about to end the game anyway, when I come back, the zombies will all be gone anyhow. What we're going to do... Here we go. We're going to load up these magazines with ammo. I picked up a lot of 5.56 ammo, so I could probably come down there and kill him with the axe. But I want to shoot some stuff before we go for the weekend. You know, end it with a bang. Now I'm loading a lot of magazines, so I'll show you what I mean here. We've talked about this before, but just a nice review of mechanics. Let's talk about the magazines. Once I load, there's almost 30 rounds of magazine. I got 3 magazines. That's about 90 bullets. I don't know if I have that much. Boy, he sure is trying to load it all up, though. Bless his heart. Oh wow, it's taking much longer than I thought it would. Because he's really doing like 1 bullet into the magazine at a time. And there's 3 magazines. Unless he's stuck on a glitch. Let's see. Oh no, he's almost done. I interrupted it. So he filled up 2 magazines full. Okay, now he's full. Oh, well. I shouldn't have stopped him. Alright, so now... Okay, you're a walker. Nice. Now see, they're stuck on that fence just by the kind of the nature of the way. Oh, not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. I wasn't planning on all those being there, but now I can. Now, when they're stuck on the fence like that, it's like you're pretty safe. Oh goodness, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh my gosh. That's okay. When I exit the game and come back, all my health and everything should be reset. But that's kind of what I had in mind with the farmhouse. Is I thought it might be easier to defend. Now let me just check. Yeah, because those zombies came from all over the place. Killed the ones with the axe that got stuck on the fence, and was able to stay up there and shoot. Then I got all this bales of hay that I can. I really don't need them up here as like protection. So let's see if I can just kick some off. But I might be able to rearrange them at some point. I used to be able to pick up bales of hay. I can't pick them up now. Oh, but anyway, so there I am at the barn. My stuff is stacking. I have very good balancing skills. And I'll be able to build a fire, defend this a little bit better. I'm going to go steal the cans of food out of the farmhouse there. And I'm just going to unload. I don't have my shotgun anymore. I've got plenty of ammo for the rifle for right now. But these basics right here, we're going to keep. Hatchet, knife. I got the fireman axe, but the hatchet, knife, matches, hammer. Those are like the essentials for the survival. Oh, where'd he come from? See, he was probably attracted by the gunfire, so I'll be able to come down and kill him. And when it's just one of them, no problem. When there's a bunch, that's what the rifle's for. And I think this is where we'll make our home. And with all the city around, I might be able to find my sword again. Alright, well that was an extra long. I hope that gives you plenty to watch through the weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe. We'll see you next week. Take care, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.